Hi again, this is Peter Wolf from Wolf Whiskers. The third and probably final video that I'm going to make here in my little series is for the synthetic, Wolf Whiskers Super Plush is what I call it. It's very soft, that's why I call it the Super Plush. It has very little backbone for those that like the more soft brush out there. I can't compare it to like a Plisson and some of those other brushes because I'm not familiar with all of them. It's soft, maybe a smidgen more backbone than a Plisson. It splays, whatever you want to call it, blooms out a little bit differently than a Plisson, which tends to be more, I don't know, more like that, I guess. But so it has a different feel to it, but it's super soft. So I'm gonna do a face lathering, which might be foolish with a very, very soft knot, but I'm gonna do a face lathering rather than a bowl lathering. I'm gonna see what happens here. So I'm gonna soak it for, let me tip the camera down here. I'm gonna soak it for about maybe 10 seconds. Don't need a lot of water with synthetics, as you probably already know. And if I'm gonna face lather, my technique, I tend to get rid of more of the water because, especially that first 10 seconds of face lathering for me tends to be a little sloppy. Some people have a technique down. It's a practicing thing to get it right. So again, I'm going to use Katie's Bubbles soap because I was just creating another video with this, and I'll just use the same soap. I'm going to load it for, I don't know, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, or more, maybe up to 30 seconds. Depends on how many passes I plan on doing. I've already done one pass already this morning, so I don't have that much stubble. But, okay, not sure if this is loaded right, but let's see. This is what it looks like loaded. Now the loft on this is about, I want to say about 53, 54 if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I made this one. This is my personal brush. This is a 26 millimeter Super Plush. So, okay. Now, I'm going to face lather. Let's see if this gets sloppy. This is live camera here, so. Alright. Again, because I left some of the moisture out that I would normally use with the Badger, because I didn't want it to slop all over. I'm going to try to slop it down a little bit. Be a little more aggressive. Okay. Okay, I did get a one drop coming out, but I was trying to get it. So if I just do it gently, I don't have that issue. And it goes on nice and I'm looking at the camera here, and it looks like I have quite a nice cover here. Now, my shirt is clean. I had a small little drop of lather that fell on the floor. If I were to use more soap, or more water, sorry, and it gets sloppy. Let's see the difference if you use too much water. Oh yeah, look at that. Now again, this is face lathering rather than bowl lathering, so you should get a little more slop if you have too much water. So that's the difference that you're going to see with face lathering and bowl lathering with the synthetic. You might have to back off the water just a little bit. Now this is a really soft brush, a little bit softer than the Black Wolf knots that I have. I can't speak of Plisson because I've never actually lathered with a Plisson brush, but everybody seems to consider that to be the standard for synthetic, that the basis from which they compare a synthetic brush. I'm not sure that that's it's just that so many people have that and they speak about the Plisson. So they use that as a basis when they speak through emails to me. How does it compare to the Plisson? And so this, I would say, it's an amazing soft plush brush. It's just a little bit less backbone than the Black Wolf, but not by much. They're both amazingly soft. So if you like the really soft brush, for the ladies and the guys that shave their legs too, if you prefer the softer brush with a little bit less backbone, a little bit less prickly feel, this would be the knot that you would want to try out. And I don't find that the Black Wolf is too prickly either. So it's a preference thing. So some might not. It's also a factor of in proportional to the loft that you choose when you select your brush. I believe that the 53, 54 millimeters works really good for the 26 millimeter Super Plush, and I think around 53, 54 millimeters works really good on the Black Wolf fan and bulb knot. It tends to work a little better with a little bit higher loft than that 2-to-1 ratio that many people speak of with Badger. There is no hard rule for loft selection. It's all sometimes dependent upon the knot and the brush itself. Some work better with a 2-to-1 ratio. Some work better with a little bit higher, a little bit lower loft. Depends what you like and what your preferences are. So again, I want to thank you for supporting the shaving vendors and artisans out there. I want to say goodbye and thank you again for supporting Wolf Whiskers and all the artisans. You have a wonderful day.